Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. On the screen today, you're going to be watching a COD 4 gameplay. And today I wanted to talk about reading. Yes, reading, like books and stuff like that. I recently started reading, like just a bunch of I had a bunch of random books, like in my room and shit. And books that I just found that I never knew I had. And it just got me thinking, reading's a very valuable thing to do, if you want to call it that. And to me, it doesn't really matter what you read. Well, I don't know, I'm not the kind of person to read those love story kind of fiction kind of shit like that. And that's I'm not gonna bash you if you do that, but I prefer to read something a motivational something, or something about facts, or something about the world or science, because I'm really into science and stuff like that. And I just prefer to read stuff like that. But I'm not here to tell you what I prefer to read. It's just I recently because I graduated school 4 years ago, so ever since then I haven't really picked up a book. It's you read stuff on your phone, you read, whatever articles on your phone about, I'm big into the NBA, and, you read NBA articles about, this player going here and whatever. And, I recently, I said, I recently picked up a book again, and it's just something about, flipping a page and just, having the book in your hands. And it's just old school, is basically what I'm trying to say. And don't get me wrong, you can read there's ebooks and the Amazon, I don't think it's Amazon, but it's that Kindle thing, what I'm talking about, that thing that has the books on it, and it's a digital book. It's don't get me wrong, that's sick, but it's just something about having a book and just going about it the old school way. And I just feel I retain information better, because when you're this is how I look at it. When you're reading, say you're reading an article on your phone or your computer or something, and somebody texts you, then you're gonna be distracted because you saw the text, and then you're gonna be you're gonna want to reply to that text. Hopefully you guys aren't ignoring people, but so you're gonna want to reply to it. Then you might get into a conversation with that person, and you might forget about the article, and then you go back to it later. But with a book, unless your phone is in front of you, or you're multitasking, I don't really see how you can multitask, read and watch TV, or read and listen to music, or read and do something else. Because I feel when I'm reading, I have a dedicated reading time where my phone's away, I'm off my computer, and it's just me and my books, and I'm just reading. And I just feel you're, if you're doing it on your phone, you're gonna get distracted, and just a whole bunch of stuff's gonna happen, and you're not gonna retain the information that you would reading it on your phone, and if you got a text, compared to if you were reading it a regular book. Because for me, if I get distracted when I'm reading something, then I'm not gonna absorb what I'm reading, and I'm not gonna use it I'm not gonna retain the information, is basically what I'm trying to say. And when you don't retain the information, then you're basically you're reading for no reason. It's like when you're eating when you're bored. You're eating for nothing. You're not hungry, you're not thirsty, you're just eating because you're bored. And we're all guilty of that, I've done it multiple times. But when I'm reading, I just like to have no distractions. And yeah. So I mean, in closing, I guess you could say I recently discovered reading again. And I suggest that I suggest you pick up a book. Even if you hate reading, because I remember I used to hate fucking reading. I used to hate it, and I don't know, just the sight of a book and just flipping pages and shit, it was a big turn off for me. But you know, I recently I tried it again, and I'm actually really enjoying it. Like I said, you know, it doesn't matter what you read, just you know, read something, and you know, hopefully it'll change your life. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next one.